Let's just go with the story. Let's say an electrician gets a phone call from a family and they say, hey, we can't seem to get a socket to work. Are you able to come out and have a look at it? The electrician comes out, gets all of his testing equipment, checks the socket. Yep, we can see that it's not working. It's broke. Something's wrong with it. So goes, tests everything as an electrician does, and he notices there's a picture hanging directly above the socket. Now, what we've done there is identified the problem. The socket does not work. That is a problem. And what we've done is we've assessed, we've looked for what might be a cause, and we've noticed there was a brand new picture that has been placed directly in line with the socket, and that nail, doosh, gone straight through the cable. What you got there is problem, identified the actual problem. Now the electrician, what he's able to do is take that nail out of that there cable, and lo and behold, potentially now works. He might need to jiggle around a little bit with some wires and sort something out, but he'll easily get that fixed because he identified the problem, saw the cause of the problem, and was able to fix the problem. At no point in any of that did the electrician turn up and go, this socket doesn't work. There's a picture here. Who put that picture up? You're to blame. My work here is done. Scenario number 2. Let's say you're having real bad stomach pains and you go to your doctor and you talk to your doctor and go, hey doc, I'm having real bad stomach pains. And the doctor just throws some pills at you and goes, there you go, that should fix it. And it doesn't. But let's just say that you continue to have this pain and you go see the doctor more and more and more and more and more. Eventually, the doctor decides to investigate. And when he investigates, holy hell, we found a cancerous tumour. So what's happened there is the doctor is aware of a problem, has found the root cause of the problem, and now that he knows what it is, he is able to then treat the problem. At no point in that scenario did the doctor go, oh, well, this is the problem, you're to blame for it. No. So, a lot of comments on my last video were about how I was always looking for somebody to blame. So let me ask you this then. If I'm very aware of my experiences with life and feel that something's not right, and I feel broken, and I seek out a counsellor to help me identify what the problem is, and help me identify what the root cause of that problem is, so that I can then go to fix it, why are people saying that I'm looking for somebody to blame? Because understanding what the root cause of a problem isn't the solution to the problem. For example, one of the root causes of a problem could be parental issues. So let's say problem A, the root cause of the problem is parental issues. The solution is not then to go, well, there we go, they're to blame, I am fixed. It doesn't work like that. As with every other scenario, you identify what the cause of the issue is so that you can work on a solution. It's not about looking to blame somebody. It's about looking to identify this is the cause so you can apply the fix to the cause. Just like anything else, be it man, be it object, whatever, if something breaks, you have to identify the problem and the cause so that you can then work on a solution. Mental health is exactly the same. And yet, when you look at the comments, you can see why, especially in men, mental health is still taboo. Because by trying to identify why I feel the way that I feel, get to the root cause of it so that I can work on a solution, people are then just assuming that I'm looking to blame somebody else. I'm not at all. I'm just looking to understand me and why this whole little wiring system fires the way it fires and gives me the thought processes that it gives me. I don't particularly care who did what. I just want to know, okay, so why is that moment significant? And then how can I move from that? Now, the difference is a lot of people will sort of sit there and go, well, you have free will because we have a conscience. So obviously that scenario is completely different to everything else. But why is it? Because that's just basically saying that we can't be broken when we very clearly can. Soldiers with post-traumatic stress, it's the exact same situation. There is a root cause to that stress. There is a root cause to that, overwhelming chaos that goes on in their head. And that root cause for them is usually a very specific event that they faced as a soldier. They're not sitting there going, oh, I need to blame, let's say, the Taliban for what they did. It's not about pointing fingers at the individual. It's about finding the root cause to the problem. Now, the problem with me saying that is everybody's going to sit there and think that I'm comparing my mental health to soldiers' mental health. That's not why I'm doing it at all. I'm just trying to bring more of awareness to what it actually is. People will always do what they do, and as individuals, as ourselves, we will always lock onto that most negative kind of comment. It's just what we do. But I did find it very, very interesting that people just seem to be very kind of closed off and like that I'm trying to find somebody to blame. And once I've found somebody to blame, all my problems are solved. Or that I'm trying to play a victim. All that shows me is you literally don't know anything about me, even from the videos that I put up. And I understand that you will only know what you know from me based on the videos that I put up. And there's a lot of stuff that you don't know about me because I just don't share it. But I just find it really interesting that a few people seem to take away that I'm just trying to look for something to blame. And realistically, I'm just trying to work out why that I think the way that I do so that I can fix it and live a life that seems to be at least a little bit more normal compared to the one that I currently live. If that's such a crime, then so be it. I also find it kind of funny that people are saying I'm not taking responsibility, yet I'm outwardly seeking help to identify the issues and the problems, which is quite literally taking responsibility for my life so that I can work out how to make it better. But, people always try and nitpick. It's the internet, it's what happens. You put something on the internet and it is there for scrutiny by whoever sees it. It is what it is. At this point, I'm kind of a bit old hat when it comes to the internet and quite thick-skinned with it. You should see some of the comments on that very first video about being 35 and being kind of nowhere and whatever else. There's a lot of people out there trying to tell me to kill myself. It is what it is. The internet and the world is full of arseholes. If I'm going to let one person break me down and rattle me that much, literally the rest of this channel wouldn't exist. Maybe this video is a case of letting them win. But also, I just find it really interesting how still it's very obvious that mental health is just so taboo when you compare it to every other situation. It is exactly the same thing of there is a problem. You want to find a solution to the problem. In order to find the solution to the problem, you have to find the cause of the problem so you can work on the cause of the problem to resolve the issue. And that is the same with any line of work that you have problems. Any kind of, you have a motor vehicle that breaks down, you have technical issues, whatever. You always have to find what the root cause is. You're not looking to blame an individual. You're just trying to solve the problem. It is what it is, right? Ay. Take it easy anyway. Have fun.